If you're over 60, I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to tell you, because this video might just save you from years of pain, discomfort, and physical decline. Every single day, millions of seniors unknowingly eat foods that silently fuel one of the most common yet crippling health conditions in aging adults: arthritis. And what's most alarming, these are not strange or rare foods. In fact, they're likely sitting in your kitchen right now. You might have eaten one of them this morning, or worse, you may have been told they're healthy. But recent studies from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Arthritis Research Centers in the United States and across Europe show that certain foods dramatically increase joint inflammation, stiffness, and degeneration in people over 60. Nearly 1 in 4 American adults, over 58 million people, are affected by some form of arthritis. Globally, that number soars past 350 million, and the most affected group, seniors just like you. But here's the good news: you're not powerless. Science has already uncovered exactly what you need to avoid and what you should eat instead. 2. Naturally soothe joint pain, restore mobility, and possibly even reverse damage. So I urge you to stay with me till the very end, because if you miss any part of this, the solution might not work. And worse, you could unknowingly keep doing what's been damaging your joints all along. Don't let that happen. Let's begin with Kyle's story. Kyle is a 70-year-old retiree from Ohio. Like many his age, he started experiencing morning stiffness in his knees and fingers. Some days, he couldn't even open a jar or climb the stairs without wincing in pain. His doctor prescribed painkillers, but they only masked the problem. It wasn't until Kyle joined a local arthritis support group that he learned the shocking truth. The cereal and toast he ate every morning were loaded with refined grains and added sugars, 2 of the biggest culprits behind joint inflammation. Kyle made the switch to anti-inflammatory foods, and within just 8 weeks, he noticed a dramatic difference. The swelling in his hands reduced. He could walk longer distances. He even got back to gardening. Kyle's transformation was not a miracle. It was the result of science-backed nutrition. So let me ask you, have you ever considered that your breakfast may be the reason your joints hurt all day? Now let's talk about the first common food you should watch out for: white bread and other refined carbohydrates. These are found in pastries, cookies, pasta, crackers, and even many so-called whole grain breads. Refined carbs trigger a sharp spike in blood sugar, leading your body to release inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. In seniors, whose bodies are already more prone to chronic inflammation, this reaction is magnified. A 2019 study from Harvard Medical School found that people who consumed a diet high in refined grains had a 42% higher risk of developing rheumatoid arthritis compared to those who didn't. So what should you eat instead? Go for oats, barley, quinoa, or sprouted grain breads. These keep blood sugar stable and contain powerful phytonutrients that calm inflammation. Have you ever tried replacing your morning toast with steel-cut oats, topped with berries and a sprinkle of flaxseed? How did it make you feel compared to your usual breakfast? Next is red and processed meats. Yes, that includes bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and beef. These meats are high in saturated fats and advanced glycation end products, also known as AGEs, which accelerate inflammation and joint degeneration. In fact, a report from the Arthritis Foundation confirms that AGEs contribute to oxidative stress in cartilage, making joints more prone to wear and tear. Instead of beef or bacon, try fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. They're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are scientifically proven to reduce joint swelling and morning stiffness. In a clinical trial, seniors who added salmon to their diet just twice a week reported 35% less joint pain over 12 weeks. Isn't that worth trying the next time you're planning dinner? Third, we have soda and sugary beverages. This might surprise you, but even diet sodas can increase inflammation. The sugar content, especially from high fructose corn syrup, causes the liver to produce more uric acid, which builds up in the joints. According to research from Tufts University, people over 60 who consumed just one sugary drink per day had significantly higher markers of joint inflammation than those who didn't. So what should you sip on instead? Try unsweetened green tea, turmeric lattes, or just lemon water. These drinks not only hydrate your joints, but also provide anti-inflammatory compounds like EGCG and curcumin. When was the last time you chose tea over soda? Did you notice a difference in your energy or joint comfort afterward? If this video has helped you so far, please type yes in the comment section. If not, type no. This will help us create more valuable health content that meets your exact needs. Our next harmful food is one that disguises itself as healthy, but causes a lot more harm than good. Margarine and vegetable oils like corn, soy, and sunflower oil. These are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in excess, throw off your body's omega balance and fuel chronic inflammation. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with higher omega-6 to omega-3 ratios were 65% more likely to report joint stiffness and arthritis symptoms. A better choice is extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. Not only do these oils have anti-inflammatory benefits, but they also improve joint lubrication and heart health. When cooking, have you ever noticed how much lighter your food feels when you use olive oil instead of margarine? Did your joints feel any different the next day? Let's talk about sugary beverages. This might surprise you, but even just one can of soda or sweetened juice a day can trigger inflammation in your joints. High sugar intake causes the release of cytokines. Those are proteins that trigger inflammation. In older adults, this can become a constant, low-grade fire burning in your body, especially in your knees, hips, and fingers. Barbara, a 68-year-old from Ohio, used to have sweet tea with every meal. She didn't connect it to the stiffness in her fingers until her doctor pointed it out. She switched to infused water with lemon and mint. Within weeks, she noticed reduced swelling and even started sewing again, something she had stopped because of the pain. Now ask yourself this: how often do you drink sugary beverages, even out of habit? Could this be part of your problem? Next up is something you probably have in your kitchen right now: refined vegetable oils. Oils like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil are high in omega-6 fatty acids. While our bodies need a balance between omega-3 and omega-6, many Western diets are dangerously skewed toward omega-6. This imbalance fuels inflammation and worsens arthritis pain. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that high omega-6 levels correlate with increased joint degeneration in seniors. Instead, switch to anti-inflammatory oils like extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. They help lubricate your joints and support heart health too. How often do you cook with refined oils? Could making this one change ease your morning stiffness? White bread, white rice, and most breakfast cereals are next. These refined carbohydrates cause spikes in blood sugar, which in turn increase inflammatory markers. A 2021 study by Harvard researchers found that older adults who consume more refined carbs experience more rapid cartilage breakdown. This is especially true in the knees. Whole grains like quinoa, barley, and oats are far better alternatives because they digest slowly and stabilize blood sugar. Jack, a 73-year-old from Atlanta, replaced white toast with sprouted grain bread. Not only did his arthritis improve, but he also lost weight and reported better energy levels throughout the day. Have you noticed joint pain flare-ups after eating white rice or bread? Could switching to whole grains make your joints smile again? If this video has helped you so far, please type yes in the comment section. If not, type no. This will help us create more valuable health content that meets your exact needs. Now, let's talk about red meat. High intake of red meat has been associated with increased levels of uric acid and inflammation, both of which contribute to joint stiffness and flare-ups. In fact, the National Institute of Aging has repeatedly warned about the correlation between high red meat diets and worsening arthritis in those over 60. But here's the nuance. It's not about cutting it out completely. It's about replacing some meals with anti-inflammatory protein sources like fish, lentils, or beans. Fatty fish like salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation and even slow cartilage loss. So instead of that hamburger, why not try a grilled salmon salad? How many red meat meals do you eat per week? And are you ready to swap one or two for something joint-friendly? Let's not forget dairy. For some seniors, dairy can cause or worsen joint inflammation, particularly in people who are lactose intolerant or sensitive to casein, a protein found in milk. Studies have shown that people with arthritis who eliminated dairy for a few weeks experienced noticeable reductions in pain and swelling. You don't necessarily need to give up all dairy, but consider switching to plant-based options like almond, milk, or oat yogurt. These alternatives are not only easy on the joints, but they're also rich in calcium and vitamin D. Have you ever tried going dairy-free for a few days just to see if your pain eases up? Here's one that often slips under the radar: processed meats. Think hot dogs, bacon, sausages. These are full of preservatives, sodium, and other compounds that trigger inflammation. Not only do they increase your arthritis pain, but they're also linked to heart disease and kidney strain, two other conditions that often go hand in hand with aging. A recent study from the University of California confirmed that people over 60 who eat high levels of processed meats report significantly more joint pain than those who avoid them. Switch to grilled chicken, turkey breast, or even marinated tofu instead. When was the last time you read the label on your deli meat? Could it be making your pain worse without you even realizing it? We also need to talk about alcohol. Moderate consumption might be fine for some, but many seniors are unaware that alcohol can increase uric acid levels and trigger painful joint flare-ups, especially for those with gout. Alcohol also reduces your body's ability to absorb certain nutrients that protect your joints. In a European study of over 10,000 seniors, those who drank daily had higher rates of arthritis progression than non-drinkers. Replacing your evening glass of wine with a turmeric latte or tart cherry juice, both of which are anti-inflammatory, could make a big difference. Could your relaxing nightcap be working against your joints? Now, for a surprising one: nightshade. Vegetables. Tomatoes, eggplants, bell peppers, and white potatoes are part of this family. While they're healthy for most people, a small percentage of seniors with arthritis may be sensitive to solanine, a compound in nightshades that can aggravate joint pain. There isn't definitive proof that nightshades are bad for everyone, but if you've been eating them regularly and still experiencing unexplained flares, it may be worth trying an elimination diet for a few weeks. Are nightshades part of your daily meals? Have you ever experimented with removing them to see how your body reacts? Before we continue, take a moment to support this community by clicking the like button and dropping your thoughts in the comments. Your story might be the exact one another senior needs to hear today. Help someone else gain clarity. Help them heal. Let's move on to salt. High sodium intake causes your body to retain water, which adds pressure to joints, especially in the knees, ankles, and hips. Processed and canned foods are often the main culprits. In fact, the CDC warns that over 90% of Americans consume too much sodium daily, much of it unknowingly. High salt levels can also reduce bone strength over time. compounding the problems seniors already face. Use herbs, garlic, lemon, or salt-free blends to flavor your meals instead. Have you checked your sodium intake lately? Could a few small changes spare your joints a lifetime of pain? Finally, we must address something many people over 60 rely on: instant meals and microwave dinners. These foods are quick and easy, but they often contain trans fats, preservatives, and excessive sugar or salt. A 2023 report by the World Health Organization stated that regular consumption of ultra-processed foods leads to systemic inflammation, gut microbiome imbalance, and worsened arthritis outcomes in older adults. Instead of those microwave meals, consider preparing a simple pot of lentil soup or roasted vegetables for the week. Are you choosing convenience over comfort? Could a small prep session save you weeks of joint pain? Now that we've looked at the culprits, it's time to turn our focus toward healing. Let's talk about foods that actually help reduce arthritis pain. First up is fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which not only reduce joint swelling, but also protect against cartilage breakdown. In one landmark study published in Annals of the Rheumatic Diseases, seniors who consumed fish at least twice a week showed a 43% lower rate of arthritis progression. That's not a small number. Even a simple tuna sandwich can make a difference. Do you include fatty fish in your diet regularly? If not, what's stopping you? Next is turmeric. This bright yellow spice contains curcumin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound. Several clinical studies, including one from the University of Arizona, show that turmeric supplements are as effective as some over-the-counter arthritis medications in reducing joint pain without the side effects. You can sprinkle turmeric into soups, rice, or even make a warm golden milk with almond milk before bed. Have you ever tried turmeric daily for 2 weeks straight? What kind of results did you see? Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are also arthritis fighters. They're packed with antioxidants, calcium, and magnesium, all crucial for maintaining joint flexibility and reducing stiffness. Seniors who consume at least 1 cup of dark greens daily show better mobility scores. In aging studies, you can throw them into smoothies, steam them, or sauté with olive oil and garlic. What's your favorite way to enjoy greens, and do you think it's enough to keep your joints healthy? Now let's shine the light on berries. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. These little fruits are antioxidant powerhouses. They contain anthocyanins, compounds that block inflammation pathways in your body. In a long-term study involving over 4,000 seniors, those who ate berries 3 or more times per week reported significantly less joint stiffness than those who didn't. A berry smoothie in the morning or a cup as a snack could be your secret weapon. Have berries been missing from your kitchen lately? We can't forget about nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds provide healthy fats, fiber, and minerals like zinc and selenium. These nutrients support joint repair and regulate immune responses that often go haywire in arthritis sufferers. Eating just a handful of walnuts daily has been shown to reduce CRP levels, an important marker of inflammation in older adults. Are you getting enough healthy fats from natural sources each day? Now here's a food you may not think of: green tea. It's rich in polyphenols, which are plant compounds that fight free radicals and reduce inflammation. Researchers at Case Western Reserve University found that EGCG, a specific compound in green tea, actually blocks the molecules responsible for joint destruction in arthritis. Drinking 2 cups a day could help slow down the progression of arthritis and support your bones. When's the last time you swapped out coffee or soda for green tea? Olive oil is another superhero food for joint health. Extra virgin olive oil contains oleocanthal, which acts similarly to ibuprofen in reducing inflammation. This oil not only protects the joints, but also helps your body absorb vitamins like A and K, which are essential for bone health. Use it in salad dressings, drizzle over steamed veggies, or cook your eggs in it. Do you use olive oil daily, or are you still stuck with processed cooking oils? Broccoli is a vegetable you should take seriously. It contains sulforaphane, which researchers believe can slow cartilage damage in osteoarthritis. Plus, it's high in vitamin C, calcium, and vitamin K. Broccoli is easy to steam, roast, or stir-fry, and the benefits it brings to your joints can last a lifetime. Could this humble vegetable be the missing link in your arthritis strategy? Ginger is another anti-inflammatory powerhouse. Whether fresh, dried, or as a tea, ginger helps reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling. One study published in Arthritis and Rheumatology found that ginger extract significantly reduced symptoms in patients with knee osteoarthritis. Try adding grated ginger to soups, tea, or smoothies. Do you already use ginger in your diet, or is this your sign to start? Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, magnesium and potassium, nutrients that calm inflammation and support joint mobility. They're also packed with fiber, which supports a healthy gut, and a healthy gut means a less aggressive immune system, something that's crucial for managing arthritis. Sliced on toast, diced in salad, or blended into smoothies, avocados are both delicious and therapeutic. Are avocados a regular part of your week, or just an occasional treat? We've just walked through a powerful shift from foods that inflame your body to those that help heal it. But here's the most important part. This isn't about a temporary diet or a trendy plan. This is about reclaiming control of your health, one meal at a time. Every bite you take can either feed your pain or fuel your healing. We've seen how people like Barbara, Jack, and others transformed their lives simply by making smarter food choices. And you can too. This channel, Seniors Health 24, was created for people like you, for people who refuse to let age define their ability to feel good, move freely, and live fully. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods do you eat the most? Which ones are you willing to eliminate starting today? And which anti-inflammatory foods will you start adding to your shopping list? Let's make the comment section a place where others can learn from your experiences. If this video taught you even one thing that you didn't know before, I invite you to share it with a friend or family member who might also be living in pain. Let's build a network of knowledge, support, and healing. Together, we can turn back the clock, not by fighting time, but by making better choices that protect our bodies with every meal. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, you're not alone in this journey. Seniors Health 24 is your home, your voice, and your guide to living better after 60. Keep showing up for your health. Your best years are still ahead.